What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm HASAN Piker, and this is the HASAN broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles. Folks, we're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one, because today is a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is Monday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday, news day. You already know it's the new week, and yes, I'm on my Clark Kent era. This is how they portrayed you on Fox. I know exactly which Kyle Gordon skit this is. By the way, no Kyle Gordon slander on my timeline. No Kyle Gordon slander will be tolerated. I think he's very funny. I like everything he puts out. I am an unapologetic Kyle Gordon defender. I think we have to start actively defending like things that most people would call cringe. I've been thinking about this a lot. There's this nostalgia baiting that Zoomers, younger Zoomers especially, are kind of leaning into now, where they're like, what happened? Like in the 2010s, the millennials that were coming into the job market were so happy, regardless of the fact that they were, you know, only 2 to 3 years out from the housing market crash in 2008. Why was there so much hope in America? Was it Obama? I think it's partially because of Obama, certainly. But I think the other reason is because it was like pre-hipster era. You were allowed to be cringe, you know, jib jab and Newgrounds and things like that. You know, there was a sense of twee and glee, and people were very cringe. People were objectively cringe. A couple things changed. Everybody became CCTV. That's number one. Number one. Everyone has a phone camera now. Everyone has a phone. Everyone is CCTV. Everyone is constantly filming other people and then posting everything on the internet. Everyone became much more self-aware in a way where they were worried about how cringe they would come across. They were really worried about that. They were really worried about appearing as cringe. And it was accelerated with social media. It was accelerated with phones, phone cameras. It was accelerated with like people's endless thirst to create user-generated content. And I think we just killed the part of us that cringes. And this is important. Why? Because I think people like Kyle Gordon were allowed to be much funnier. Like he is in many respects, you know, he does a lot of stuff that people find to be cringe. Everyone wants to be a critique of culture. Everyone wants to criticize culture. Everyone wants to be a cultural critic. And for me, I like it. Let people be cringe. Let people be theater kids. I probably do a little bit of that as well. I think we care too much. I predict the next meta is going to be not caring. I hope that people don't try to manufacture that as well, because I think everything is fake. Everything is a performance, and all of it is accelerated with our phones. But I do predict the next wave is going to be millennial cringe coming back, a sense of like fake optimism that we're trying to build, secret style. We're going to manifest positivity by hoping that we will be positive. And I think that's what people are going to lean into. You know, I'm cooking it up in real time right now. Maybe some of the stuff that I'm saying is not going to be 100% correct. So, you know, bear with me. I'm just making this up as I go along, but that's where I predict some of this is headed. Argentina is trying to be like Israel so bad, and it feels bad because they just don't have the motion. Their economy's in the gutter. Like, on the one hand, it's an easy dunk to be like, Argentina is so racist, right? On the other hand, I do feel kind of terrible about the situation there, the economic situation there. Having said that, they don't really help themselves at all, because this is like Israeli television. This is Israeli news. So Argentinian television put together a starting 11 with the main culprits behind the Argentina phobia, including iShow Speed, eBay, Mia Khalifa, Zohar Mamdani, and more. Let's take a look.
El alcalde de Nueva York, Mamdani. La presidente de México, Sheinbaum.
La presidente de México, Sheinbaum. Yeah. They put my queen, Claudia Sheinbaum, on here. Sheinbaum on here is messed up. Samuel Jackson, Claudia Sheinbaum, Rosalia, Speed, Mia Khalifa, Piers Morgan, but it's not Piers Morgan. It's actually, don't know why they put Piers Morgan as not Piers Morgan for some reason. Oh, here's the real Piers Morgan. This is not Piers Morgan. This is, I was going to say fucking Paul Mescal. Yeah, this is Piers Morgan. This is Penis Morgan and Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
I don't see many white faces. They aren't beating the allegations, bro. No, they got Piers right there. They got eBay, Rosalia, and Piers Morgan number 2. They're kind of white.
Samuel L. Jackson, Hollywood. El chileno Pascal. El influencer Speed, que estuvo todo el mundial diciendo esto. Ibai, el español. El entrenador de Egipto, HASAN. La actriz porno, Mia Khalifa. El
porno, Mia Khalifa. Porno, Mia Khalifa. Should I know who HASAN is? Is that like a soccer guy? Is that like the Egyptian coach or something? Is that who that is? Did I get that right? First try? Look at me, dude. It's Hossam Hassan. Hossam Hassan. It's not me, guys. It's not me. He's talking about the Egyptian. I am motionless. They don't even know about my Argentina slander, okay? Or in Argentina, which is fine. I don't need another fucking country to be up my ass. In any case, while I feel bad for Argentina all the time, on the other hand, they are not helping themselves out, man. This kind of stuff is so like Channel 14 Israeli television coded. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, this is a damn near identical unit of people that Israel would also present as like, you know, the number one anti-Semites. I can see the same exact segment playing on Israeli television. On the one hand, I don't want to make fun of Argentina. They're in a bad situation overall. And I feel like it's easy. It's the easiest dunk of all time to just be like, yeah, they're racist, they suck, which, you know, there is some truth to it. But Argentinians, they really make it difficult to defend them. Javier Milei makes it virtually impossible to defend the state. Obviously, he is a clown ass. And you are constantly thinking about like what the mentality, what the mindset is of a nation that elected that asshole. And by the way, I understand that as an American, we hear that a lot and we deserve it. Because if you were to say, oh, says you, Yankee, you're right. But here's the difference. I understand that we deserve that enmity because we fucking voted for Donald Trump. So I get it. I still feel bad. But like I said, Argentina, you make it so tough to defend you. A lot of things that happen in Argentina are just like objectively, spiritually Israeli, right? Javier Milei is probably the most Israeli politician. Javier Milei is basically Itamar Ben-Gvir. Like he's up there. Like Jair Bolsonaro, Donald Trump, and Javier Milei are probably some of the most Israeli politicians we've ever seen. Very Israeli coded. There are many others in South America. Make no mistake, there are a lot of them that have gotten elected, some with maybe even American involvement. This is a big part of the Donroe Doctrine, is to dominate South America. Bukele, literally Palestinian, but also, once again, very Israeli coded. Bukele is literally Palestinian. Okay, technically of Palestinian descent. Again, another politician that is very Israeli coded. Why don't you actually educate yourself on leftist protests and movements here rather than generalizing? People just viewing South American politics via North American lens law. Oh my God. Anytime I offer just a shred of the same scrutiny that I apply to America, to anybody else, people lose their dang minds. I understand that no country is monolithic. It's the same with Europe. Y'all love it when I shit on the Euroids. Y'all love it when I shit on America. But the moment that I turn around and talk about your country, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Fuck you mean? We're fighting the good fight out here. I know, we all are. We're all in this together. We are all united as a part of this international movement. So when I'm making fun of your country, I'm mostly making fun of the reactionary elements in your country. This is something you should understand. USA and Euro have power. I know, but there's still clowns in both USA and Europe. And also Euro has power is kind of funny. That's a bit of a stretch, buddy. Only America has power and Israel, okay? I think events have shown that every other country, with the exception of Israel and the United States of America, is just vassalized and living through their own version of serfdom to varying degrees. Like, obviously, Europe is in a better predicament overall in comparison to like South America, but Europe is America's dog. But in any case, when I'm making jokes about your country, I'm not making fun of the entire country. I'm making fun of the reactionary elements in your country in the same exact way. But then you have all of these other countries, and then you have China, and you have Turkey. Turkey is the table. China is the great power. This guy, real big chungus. Look at this. Look at this.
You want a reason to not kill yourself? I'll give you one.
Job's not done, baby. Job's not done. We still got work to do. We got to change politics for the better in this goddamn country. Look like a chud, think like a woke. That's what I'm talking about, dude. This is the most like barstool ass. This is a barstool ass guy, okay? Straight up. Real big chungus. Straight up barstool, ripping a fucking brewski. This is barstool socialism. And I've already seen I have seen the promised land. I have already seen this in action in the streets of Michigan. Dudes wearing backwards snapback hats, looking like the frattiest bros you've ever seen with Abdul El Sayed signs. I have seen the promised land. Look like a chud, think like a woke. You thought it was dead. You thought it was dead because Graham Plattner killed it. It turns out you can't kill a movement. Walk like a chud, think like a woke is still very much in action. This literally happened to me at Meyer yesterday. Chudded up white boy saw my Abdul hat in line and complimented it. That's what I am talking about, dude. It's true. And it is necessary. This is a broad coalition. Okay, this is a broad coalition. We need the wine moms and we need the barstool socialists as well. Everyone's got a part to play in this. This is a guy that in all other circumstances looks like he would, fail out of basic training and then become a cop. And here he is pushing for socialism. The barstool Bolsheviks. Okay, respect. I love this guy. Bro looking like a Baltimore Maoist. Okay, that's a very specific archetype. We're Maoists. We critique the contradictions. We're Maoists. We're Baltimore Maoists. We do it so next time your ass is in a concentration camp. Barstool Bolshevik may be the most important voting bloc going forward. Yes. Here, this is, yeah. Well, he's going to fly off in this one.
Critique of it. That's what we're Maoists. We make a critique of it in order to improve socialism. The next time it comes,
we make a critique of it in order to improve socialism. Next time it comes around, it throws people like you in a labor camp.
And throws people like your ass into a labor camp.
I fucking love Baltimore Maoists. Very clearly in New York, by the way. For you, let's go. This post was critiqued by real Baltimore Maoists. True. We make a critique of it in order to improve socialism. We're Maoists from Baltimore. Do your best Baltimore accent. There's no shot. I can't do it. Say earn. There you go.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage on. Together unbroken. We'll make heaven known.